All right, folks, 1 second. Should have had that sorted. It's falling apart. All right, everyone, if you're joining the live stream, I've just got in from my work. I've just missed the first 5-10 minutes or so of the live game. I was setting up. I was watching it as I was setting up. But so far, it's been an absolute brilliant game from what I could see. 19 apiece. Both teams going for it. Packed as much as they can have inside the game. It's a capacity sellout for the tickets that were available. Tigers are on the run here now. Yous will probably be ahead of me here by usually about a minute when I do live streams. Who do you have? Who have you picked for winning tonight? I said the Lions, obviously, in my predictions video. But obviously, Richmond have went the distance 2 times in the last 3 years. They're seasoned at this now. They're well versed. They'll be a tricky opponent for the Lions. Lions, Dave. Good game so far, isn't it? There's not much between them. Every time somebody goes ahead, they come back with a goal. Baker had a good goal there. I think it was about 49 metres, wasn't it? They said. And about 49, 50 metres. Oliver. Hi, Sammy. How you going, Sammy, mate? Any luck on the video yet? Sorry, man. What's the score we use, just so I can work out? Couple of more responses. So I don't know who's going to join this or who's going to see it, but I know the couple of names that you're waiting on. I'm pretty sure they're good guys. They won't take too long to get back to you. Hey, Archie. Thank you. Aye, so, yeah. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, he's just kicked that one there then. So you're about... From the time you wrote that, you're about 30, 45 seconds ahead then. Did anybody watch the Port Geelong game yesterday? I saw the last quarter because I was working, but the atmosphere was outstanding, by the way. We've missed that sort about a minute behind. We've missed that sort of noise coming from the games now, haven't we, for a right while? That's been... don't remember the last time we had a full house. Apart from the grand final, obviously, last year. Hi, Ethan. Who do I think would win? Well, I went with the Lions because it's at the Gabba. They're a great team. I think they've got the best player in the competition this year, and Lockie Neal in their team. There's so many players that I like on both sides. There's a shocking bounce up there. I'm still going to go with the Lions. I'm going to stick with my original prediction. I'm not going to change anything. But the Tigers are one of those teams, aren't they? They've went the distance a few times. Port were good. Port certainly, like that's so they go through now to the preliminary final, of course, missing the semi-final, and that's at the Adelaide Oval as well. So you would imagine they'll go into that one favourites again with a crowd on there with them, supporting them. They're going to be a very tough team to beat, Port, in that one. Let me tell you.
Bruce talking about the Martin masterclass. It's a final. Hard to remember him ever playing a bad final. Dustin Martin through the hands of Andrews.
Just saying, hard to remember Dustin Martin playing a bad final. That is actually probably true, but by Dustin Martin's standard, 2020, I've not been blown away by him this year. I wouldn't even put him in the top 5 this year, to be honest with you. But when it comes to these games, he thrives on the occasion, doesn't he? Man United Brighton. Man United's defence is abysmal. Harry Maguire, 75 million, garbage. Pickett just picking it out of the air there. He is there, and by the look of what I've seen, he's having a good one.
Yeah, that one there. Hickle took a great mark playing in front, but when you turn around, you've got 2 forwards that have been 1v1. You need to get the ball into them fast. He held on the ball too long. The Richmond midfielder were able to get back and help out. Move the ball faster. So McInerney and then Curvis. Lions. Well done by McCluggage. Just gave Starcevich half a chance. I think it's been impressive. A lot of his foot's been in the back half.
Spoiled it there. Siren. 35 seconds on the clock. It is probably about a minute because they're throwing it in here now, so it is probably about a minute. They got to a minute there. I'm behind you. And you're watching that on live TV. I'm actually watching it through the internet as well. Is it Freeview? Is this game free to air? You have to buy it? Or is it a TV package you have to buy? Contest line said, well, possibly to safety, probably. Bolter, Hurley, and then Hurley has to concede. What a first turn. It had everything. Very, very high. There's the first that's the siren now, so about a minute. Very high intensity quarter, isn't it? Obviously we've had a couple of Lions fans. Any Tigers fans here right now? It's free to air. That's pretty good then. Find out next. And have your say. Choose the music post-match. I left work early, you know, Poets Day and all that. I was watching the football last night, or the soccer. It was up till about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then my alarm goes off at about 20 to 4 in the morning for work. I was like, fuck this, I'm away. I want to watch this game. Neil no touches. Fucking hell. I am going to check the stats on this here now. No touches. We'll get it up.
Your advertising. Working with Active International enables you to fund your advertising using your company's own products, assets, or even services.
I will confirm this player stats. I can get it through.
Want to achieve more from your marketing spend? Contact Active International today.
0 across the board. And see that? Neil with 0 across the board. That is absolutely mental. See the disposal count. Top player this quarter. Rich, 7 disposals. Martin with 7. McCarthy with 4. Prestia with 7. Gardner with 4. Lambert with 6. And just a few goals. 1 goal each for each player. Nobody with 2 goals yet. That's mental.
At myurbanjungle.com, we help insure renters fast. 1, 2, 3, done. Get insured from just £5 a month.
I like Zarko, mate. Always a player I enjoy watching. Put him in that super coach team as well. He's always very, very steady. Him and Jack McRae at the Bulldogs, I like them. They're always kind of consistent performers. Go about their business kind of quietly, don't they? A lot of people putting comments through here. I'm enjoying 2 great teams fight out. Mark then says, you're a Pies fan, don't hold any hope for us. Look, it's finals footy, anything can happen and get a good early start. I mean, I've noticed with these, I've said it all along, a good first half, even if you can get the goals up in the first half and get a bit of a lead, it's a big enough lead in the first half. It's very difficult with the shorter quarters for anybody to be able to fight back and close that gap. But that being said, I have to say I agree with you. I do see the Eagles winning that one. Actually, of all the games, that was the one I was probably more confident about predicting. I just think up the stadium, West Coast Eagles, think they're the better team this year anyway out of the two sides, even regardless of where it's been played. But it's got Eagles written all over it. But again, anything can happen in football. Ryan Allen, if I was to do that, mate, I get copyrighted. So not sure if you're looking to watch the game here, but I can't show you the game. Get copyrighted against an account. Quite a lot of people do that. I've seen Mitch Robinson, actually, that's playing right now. He's looking to be one of the first YouTubers to be able to actually stream the live game and talk on it at the same time. I think we've seen Kados looking to maybe do something similar. So it's something that I would love to be able to show you, but obviously TV companies are paying big money for getting these games. They're not going to allow some dumbass like me to be able to show a game for free. So it's the TV companies that have got the rights to these games. Edward Overton, very, very confident here. Calling it early. Richmond looked too strong. Brisbane got no chance. I missed that comment, Mr. Universe. The Dirty Pies comment riled Eddie up, though. I don't know who made that comment, but that's quite funny. Thanks, Benji. Love the channel. Thanks very much, mate. Hear the Tigers roar. They could be roaring at the end of this one. Yellow and black could be getting played over the speakers at the end of it. You don't know. Jake Heke or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce your surname, so apologies for that. Brisbane Lions are imposters. That's not me saying that. That's Jake. Sammy, mate, just what a wee mention to Sammy. I actually used your idea. I don't know if you've seen it, but I released a video on the channel using your idea, and on the video I actually said it was your idea for your video that you've got going. I'm not too sure what you're calling your video, but obviously people who watch your channel can look forward to the video. But I have got a wee bit that you've asked me to do a little bit on Essendon season and etc. And I did took that same idea and used it for the Bulldogs. Just to describe the season in one word and why. So I'm looking forward to actually watching that and see what the other YouTubers and other people who you've asked to do the video I've got to say. It's good to see other YouTubers watching the channel, and likewise when I watch other YouTube channels, it's good to support each other, because at the end of the day we're all just trying to do content on the same sport for footy fans.
So Dusty Martin, 3 centre clearances in the first quarter. He averages about 3.5 clearances.
Somebody's put Charlie in big capital letters, so I'm not too sure if it started already and Charlie Cameron scored. Could be like Robert there, Robert Batchelor. You're probably telling me Charlie Cameron scored straight away by the looks of it then.
He's a big watch from now on, Daisy, no doubt about that second term. Ball bounces so high off this square, down 2-0. Just couldn't quite hang on.
Here we go then, let's see.
Rich taken in a tackle somehow, released it. Zorko's handball to Rayner. Has had no real impact on this game so far. That's a nice tackle. Lions inside 50, just underneath the footy nipple. Lions can bring it away.
Oh, that's shocking. Handball out the... Is that shoulder, is it? On yourself. Absolutely love Charlie Cameron, by the way. Him and Papley too, and obviously Eddie Betts for small forwards. Absolutely love watching them. The magic, the flair, just brilliant stuff. That came from a really, really loose handball there. I didn't actually see who it was. I thought it was Big Shoulder, but I'm not too sure. It was terrible. He never looked. He went bang, and it's straight down the throat of the Lions, and they're on the fucking attack straight away. I want to see the highlights of it. Cameron will punish you. Great little player. He's another one. If you could have one player from any other club join your team, that's the sort of player I'd want, because small forwards are brilliant to watch. They give you something different as well. Look at this here. Shocking. Not very Richmond-like at all. Easy. 25, 30 metres out, straight between the sticks. Fucking boom. Bringing out the Kawasaki.
Well done, McCluggage. Archie, the ball is just behind him, and then a free advantage taken by Dusty. Steers it inside 50 beautifully. Castagna gets on the end of it.
Dusty to Castagna, he's picked up decent enough effort. Chance here. What, about 25, 30 metres out? Kind of at the right-hand side of the sticks. That pass, though, he's just picked it out. Dustin bloody Martin. Just straight into his... Just straight... Castagna can't not catch that. Scored 7. From 7. Boom. There you go. Richmond are back in front, 31-25 to the Tigers. Robert, it's a shame that you have a delay, Dougie. I know, mate. Do you know what it is, though? It's actually pretty good, because you get to watch the game and then see me react. So if you were trying to watch it, you'd be missing. You couldn't do both, but you can see this here. So when something's happening, you're watching it, and then you can come back and go, see how I'm reacting to the end time. That was made by just... Do you know what? He makes it look piss easy. Do you remember he did it in the grand final last year, Dustin Martin? I think he'd already had a couple of goals himself. And Marlon Pickett, he's just standing at just inside just over the 450 line there, and he's just asking for it. And Dusty just looks up and just dinks it into him and give the first gamer his fucking goal in grand final day. Absolutely magical stuff. But he is actually one of the best in the competition at picking out a pass with a lovely, deliberate kick. He really is.
So it's a foot race at the moment, and can the Lions keep up with the Tigers? Zorko.
As I said, one scores, the other one answers back. So I'm expecting the Lions to score again next. Robinson's missed that one there.
The goal scorer a moment ago. Back to Arts, back to McIntosh. Floating kick. Lions always productive. He's got better, Joe Beers. He's gone further north.
Oh, yeah. I actually want them. I maybe sound like I'm wanting the Lions to win here, probably because I put the prediction down for the Lions. Of course, it's not the end of the journey for either two sides. Whoever loses just has to go the hard route. But you want to go straight into that preliminary final, don't you? One last game as well. Pays to be a winner, as they say. Of his 10 touches there, Dustin Martin-Daisy says 5 of them have been inside 50 kicks. So that shows you the effect he's having on this game right now. Very, very positive indeed. Yalan Chan. Pretty good reason to not want to want the Lions to win, because you hate the Tigers. Good stuff. Of course, I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning. We've got the St Kilda game again at this ground, the Gabba. I think it's about 7:20 in the morning it starts here. So, St Kilda Bulldogs, obviously I'll be back in the Bulldogs on that one. Two great, positive playing teams. It should be a good one, that one as well. There's Neil Ware's touch. He's probably touched one already. But he's actually put it into fucking no man's land. Go Cats, bummed about last night. The better team won yesterday. There was no doubt about that. Port were the better side, but Geelong cannot be ruled out just yet. Finals footy, what's going on with them though? They're really, for such a good team that plays well throughout the year, they're letting themselves down an awful lot in the finals, aren't they? They should have had more flags over the years.
Pretty hot spot. Lots of players in the air. Quick release for Archie. There's Neil, so he's starting to find a bit of the Sharon. Leicester high. Taken out of it, Hipwood. Cameron, was he slightly held? Kept the missile away in finals.
Even just hearing the crowd reaction to things, you miss that.
Been up and about Cameron. Ducks talked a lot about his efforts in the opening term. Kicked an early goal in the second. Then Curvis. Now coming on in. So Zorko takes that advantage. Danny's done some sloppy things tonight.
Great pressure from the Richmond skipper there as well. Just his desperation. I mean, you would have forgiven him for giving up the chase there, but he just persisted and it was enough.
Bolter's kick, long and high.
I did say that there on the Tomahawk. Did he miss 6 kicks? One of them missed it just went completely out of bounds, didn't it? 6 behinds or was it 5 behinds and one that just went no? Just never even made it. Never got any even minor score. Terrible. Really poor night for him, considering he was a Coleman medalist this year. What is the crowd for this match? Good question. I actually missed the announcement of the attendance for this one because I just literally was setting up as it was starting by the time I got home. It's 10 to. It was 10 to 11 here in the UK. This one started. So I'm actually not too sure what. I don't know what the attendance figures actually are.
Hardwick knows exactly what goes on at this time of year. His team have been amazing at it. Prestia just missed. Edwards has a bounce.
Tigers are on the attack now here.
Just check the kick, looking for Chol. Closed down by Andrews.
Oof.
Castagna in the pocket. Squaring ball.
Oh my word, Dusty's tried to get up from a Castagna kick right across the front of the goal there. Dusty's missed it. It's a bit of a free-for-all in there now. Frantic footy. Neil got wrapped up in the end there. That's the thing, they're talking about Chol. You can really notice, like, with him, the height that he's going to bring, you can float one into him and he's going to be able to get on the end of those sort of higher ones. Of course, Richmond play a lovely handballing game. We know that anyway, but they've also got height up top there as well with Rewalt and Chol. Robinson, they've just shown Robinson here. He is a man that they really need to be on top of his game today. He's really up against it there, along with a couple of other guys at the back, because the Tigers look like they are stepping it up a little bit here. Absolutely frantic footy, finals footy here. It's great to watch. Look at that, brilliant tackle. Couldn't see it. Coleman, they said it was. That was a brilliant tackle. Very good game, like, definitely. Both teams putting everything into it so far. Obviously, with the first quarter, I thought, oh, fuck, this is going to be quite a high-scoring game. This one's a little low-scoring second quarter, but by no means any less entertaining. It's mental desperation going on here. The Lions are holding on with the skin of their teeth. They're being pinned back. Don't know how many inside 50s this might have been in this last 3 or 4 minutes.
These dangerous 4, 5, 6 minutes. Richmond getting on top around the ground, being played in their half.
Charles missed it.
Almost in concert with Reebok. Dirty kick the last one out on the full. Can he keep this one in?
Brilliant. Hipwood's took one. They've needed somebody to get one there. Calm it down a little bit. Let people get forward. Lovely crossfield kick as well. Get a breather. Slow it down a little. They were under the cosh there. They managed to keep Richmond up from scoring, which was good. Brilliant. Sold some candy there. Coleman again coming in. Lockie Neal from having no touches has been probably one of the better performers in this second quarter. Seems to be quite heavily involved now. My favourite player of 2020. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt he's the Donlow medalist, which I have to do a video to announce. But without a doubt, he's been my favourite player of 2020. Brilliant play down the right-hand side. You look at this. You can't get a hold of it. Cameron, he's fallen the whole time as he's trying to scoop up. Then he's just eventually went out of bounds. Lovely tight play there down the side. Burst of pace, past the man, and it was just that handball, just not to the hands of Cameron. He's had to reach and stretch for it, and he's fallen forward. No, that's out.
try and get some sort of ball inside 50 there. And suddenly the pressure gets released.
Hardly an empty seat in that bottom tier of the stadium there. Good to see young families there. Generations.
And everyone knows they can sustain it for 4 quarters.
No room to move if you're wearing a Lions jumper.
Great to see the fans back.
Archie Berry just tumbles it forward. It gets out the back. Bailey, what's he got?
Here we go. Oh, man.
Get to him. He was wide open.
I think that was Rewalt back there that's made that tackle. But oh, just too low with the kick. Hip would stretch and can't get it. Poor pass in the end, really. I think. Who's winning? Richmond 31, Brisbane Lions 25 at 1 goal in it. And it really has been a tale of the tie so far. One goal, just going back and forward between the goals. One team scores, the other team answers back. But on this occasion, Brisbane's still a goal behind. They've been under the cosh a little bit in this quarter, but Richmond's failed to capitalise on the pressure that they have posed on the Lions' back line.
We spoke about it before the game, how they are easily the best team in the comp at hitting it to their teammates to advance.
Lovely smother there from Lockie Neal. He's stepping it up now, isn't he? Like a true leader would. Like you see it with Nat Fife as well. I mean, Freo, more often than not, are going to be up against it, aren't they? They're not one of the better teams in the competition. But when they are really struggling in a game, it's the true leaders like Nat Fife, Lockie Neal that step forward and impose themselves on the opposition to inspire their teammates to lift it a little bit. And you can see that in this last few minutes. Lockie Neal's putting himself about there, tackling, smothering, getting involved. Oh, a wee bit of handbags here, a wee bit of Guernsey pulling. I always find that to be slightly camp. The Guernsey pulling. If you're like, he's trying to rip it. I prefer more of the digs like that than the actual pulling. The letter of the law, though. I mean, they're going to start phasing all that bollocks out as well. You could imagine. What's he covered? No, he's top speed 27.4 kilometers per hour. Or, yeah. Well, in sports, up the centres. Tomorrow, you're going down. Bulldogs. Brilliant. Somebody then. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Clear just before the line there. Good. It's been a good game. Actually, it has been a good game. Really intense. A lot of desperate footy on display today. Two strong defences, let me tell you. I mean, there's been some decent goals. Most of them coming in the first quarter. I think it was 6 goals or something like that in the first quarter. But it doesn't mean because this has been a lower score in second quarter that it's not been good, because it has. It's been quite frantic at times. Last gasp defending, big tackles, smothers. Reina and Concha, I guess.
Richmond inside 50. Leicester just couldn't hang on. Now they've got half a problem. McCarthy tried to come through. Martin taken without.
It is white hot footy. Look at that. If they give that as a high tackle. I think it was, though. It was kind of high up there. I just caught it. I was looking at that comment. I caught it. I thought he got him round a bit. Right? No, he never thrown it in.
Martin laid it down. Lions couldn't quite. Martin doing okay. McCluggage. He's a smooth mover.
Smooth mover. Fucking hammer him. You don't want Richmond to get in a full flow and start passing the ball about. You need to be getting in on top of that. They're a little bit crisper with the footy, aren't they, Richmond? There's no doubt about that. When they're on full stride, they're passing it about a lot more cleanly than what the Lions seem to be doing. Oh, everybody's saying go! Brilliant hit that was there. Lucky Neil with a little handball off. Here we go. This could be the goal. Oh. Rayner, no way. Fucking 60 metres, guys. Love him too. He's a great young player. That's brilliant. Just when you need it to. They were under pressure this last 10 minutes. It's been quite convincing from Richmond. That is a big goal. I know, like they're just showing you the highlight of what you're talking about again. I seen it earlier on. Rayner had him by the Guernsey, and he's got his leg in between his foot in between Cochin's legs. They've went to your school. Lovely goal. Driving through the centre, bang. Sometimes think for the players they would much prefer hitting one first time on the run like that than set shots. The pressure of the set shots. Some people just crumble. Gary Gorman. Where you at? Are you still working? You can't. You're obviously not working either. Are you backing Port Power for the grand final? Well, if it means they're playing the Bulldogs, I won't be backing them, but they've got a very, very good chance of having the preliminary final at the Adelaide Oval, the home final there. So it's theirs to lose, isn't it? Get into the grand final. Sammy, mate, the answer to that question is absolutely 100%, mate. Yes, we can. Tell Glenn he'll be all right. They don't need me. I've left work. I'm out of work. I'm off the clock, Gary, son. Deal with it. Sports, brother. Sports. Here we go. Pretty lame kick there, in. Oh, somebody's saying great goal, Charlie. That must mean Kawasaki. The Kawasaki is being fucking deployed. Here he comes. Boom, burst through. Bang, just like that. Outside of the boot. This is my fucking house, bitches. What a goal. Great movement. Straight burst away. Down the side. Easy, easy, easy. Well, there's a new celebration. Bump, bump, bump. what's that, a bit of the North Queensland crock or whatever. It's all kicking off now. Who is it that's got the shirt ripped off from Mitch Robinson? No bloody. Who was it? Look at that. Lovely touch. Just that quick burst of pace down the side. Comes back in. Bump outside the boot through. Take a fucking bow, Charlie Cameron. Second goal of the game. And that's second goal of the game for him. Cheeky wee smile as well. Actually, Dave, I think you could be right there. Very similar, of course, played together at the Crows, didn't they, Eddie Betts and Charlie Cameron? There is obviously both Indigenous players, but huge similarities. Both small forwards like that there. The pace and the talent, the way they kick the footy. Magical to watch. Richmond going to respond now. That's 2 back-to-back goals now for the Lions as well. Richmond will be a little bit deflated with that. You have to make your pressure count, though. That's what it's all about. Brilliant defending there as well. Pickett just skips one up. Incorrect throw. What? What's happening now? Obviously, Robinson's involved. Like, I love it. That's what you want. Bit of passion, just stuck into each other. They're showing the highlights of it. He's laughing. He doesn't give a damn. Absolutely zero fucks given. I have reacted to Tony Modra before as well. Great player, of course. Who else did he play for? Was it Freo? Tony Modra obviously was at the Crows, but did he play for Freo as well? Lockie Neal has turned up. Lockie Neal turned up about 5-10 minutes ago. I started to see a lot of tackling. Here we go. Is he going to score? Go on yourself. Definitely Brownlow medal has to be going to 100%. There you go. Look at that. Composure. Absolutely struck it. Fucking guns out too. Love this performance in this last few minutes from the Lions. Brilliant stuff. I'll tell you something, and this is what you've wanted to see from the Lions in the finals, is them showing up, showing a bit of fight. They always had class, but showed a little bit more fight. They're absolutely fucking getting stuck into the Tigers now. That's what you want. You can't give them space to play their game. It's just like that. Come on. He's one cool customer. Half time. Yeah, 5 seconds to go. The clock stopped on. Well, look, from the 2 qualifying finals, you would have probably said, obviously on paper, Geelong and Richmond. Most people might have picked them, but I picked the Lions and Port because I cannot go by how big a club you are, but more to do with how well you've played through the year, the form. The 2 teams that have been more consistent have been the Lions and Port. They're not there for no reason. They're 2 cracking teams, and I'm loving seeing this. Sticking it up to the bigger teams. It's 44-31, halftime, and I've been asked for my prediction. I'm still sticking with a Lions win here. I think that home crowd is starting to definitely show that it's helping the Lions 100%. It's getting them going. I think it's getting them fired up big time here. Few Port fans coming in here, I think.
news from Footy Central, including the teams for Southern Death Saturday finals action.
I'm starting to love this new feature that YouTube's rolled out. How I don't have to deal with certain comments; it just blocks them automatically for me. Brilliant stuff. I don't have to do anything. Titchy Witchy, who is your favourite team? The Western Bulldogs is the answer to that question. Power to rule. Come on, Port Adelaide aggression. Well, Port, as I've said, I've already said, I can't stress enough how much I've praised Port in 2020. Of course, their 150th anniversary this year, 2020. They would have liked it on better circumstances. Obviously, they had so much things planned for this year, being their 150th anniversary. Obviously, they've had the prison bar, Guernsey, and the showdown against the Crows, which they absolutely thumped them by a power record margin. I think it was about 70 points or something like that. So they would have probably wanted this year to have been under better circumstances. But if you're just talking about footy and that's it, nothing else, they probably would never have guessed that they would have played this well. It's been absolutely remarkable. And the interesting fact was the last few leap years that we've had, the team that's been on front from round one has went on to win the competition, and Port were on top from round one. And will they go on to win it? We'll have to wait and see. But they have been on top every single round from round one, which is an incredible achievement from Port Adelaide. And of course, they're now through to preliminary final, beating Geelong yesterday at the Adelaide Oval, quite convincingly in the end. So, do you know what? Back yourself, believe in yourself. It can happen. The year of 2020 is definitely, I've said it for a while, the year of the underdog. I don't think any big team has a right to just say, we're going to win it. You've got to go there and win it. And I think the bigger teams that you would have thought would have been the better teams just simply have not been the better teams.
Power your advertising. Working with Active International enables you to fund your advertising using your company's own products, assets, or even services. We have over 30 years' experience connecting and bringing value to businesses all over the globe, helping many brands scale up into household names. Want to achieve more from your marketing spend? Contact
A couple of Pie supporters in. I'm interested to see for the the Pie supporters, what do you make of your chances and honesty against the West Coast Eagles at the Optus? Of course, I would say of all the teams in the last 8 here, Pies have probably had biggest problem with injuries. Although a club the size of Collingwood should be able to still go out there and do something with the squad that they've got, but it doesn't seem to. This year, I've not been convinced with Collingwood. Even when they've had their best players available, I still haven't been convinced with Collingwood. I've already said who my prediction is for this, but interested for Pies fans to answer that one. So if you're a Pies fan, let me know what you think. Do you think your team will win? Yes, mate, I did actually answer you. You must have missed me. I did say I'm looking forward to it. I've actually done quite a few videos this week talking about that game. Big game. I'm absolutely loving the fact that we have St Kilda in the finals. It's a shame, really, that they're coming up against the Dogs, because I think I would have wanted them to win their game if it was against any other team. But they're coming up against the Dogs, so of course you're going to back the team that you like more, your own team. But Saints have been absolutely brilliant to watch. I've really enjoyed the footy that they've adopted this year. It's very quick counter-attacking footy, direct footy, no nonsense. People like Butler's been incredible. Steele's been great. Do you know what? So many Port versus Richmond prelim looking like it, isn't it? Possibly. It's not going to be Lions anyway. We'll see. That's from Dylan. it would be a miracle day. I'm talking about the Collingwood's chances of beating the Eagles. I think somebody said Eagles will destroy the Pies. Look, De Goey is a very, very good footy player. Again, another player. I think I've said it about a few players. I think he could have been better this year, and I think that's the thing. What I've seen from Collingwood this year, so many players could have done more. I think collectively and individually, they could have done more. Yes, injuries have went against them. Pretty unfortunate. I think a lot of Pies fans will probably mention injuries to me and saying that. But there was a point in the season, I think, when West Coast Eagles earlier on had similar problem with certain injuries, but also playing a lot of their games in Queensland. When they went back to Western Australia, that's when you really seen them playing some of the best footy in 2020. The Pies are going to be going out to Western Australia and playing at the Optus Stadium. It's going to be jumping. It's going to be an Eagles crowd in the house, bowing for blood. And I think Collingwood's outspoken CEO, chief executive, or whatever his position is, has never been shy and going on about how much travelling he doesn't like to travel, basically. And Collingwood are, as I said, an outspoken club when it comes to travelling anyway. You don't always play footy in Melbourne and you don't always get your games at the MCG. A true footy club can win anywhere, anytime. Doesn't matter the venue. If you're good, you should be. If you're better than the opposition, you should be able to win. Collingwood, Richmond and Collingwood, actually two of the more favoured clubs in terms of size as well, but by the AFL, in my opinion, always get ties at the MCG, probably because that's down to how many members they've got. A lot of games at the MCG, more teams in Victoria as well, so more chances to play at the one ground, getting familiarity there. So it's been great to see the ball, the boot being on the other foot, if you like, and them having to do more travelling, and it's paid a price for them. Both teams have not been as convincing as they were in previous seasons, and that could be a factor, as well as the fans not being there.
The Dogs do go in unchanged. Wallace and Norton have been selected. Looking now at West Coast and the Pies, 4 big ins for the Eagles. The 4 premiership players, McGovern, Shuey, Redden and Chris Kennedy has also been selected. The Magpies have gone tall, picking Darcy Cameron, while Chris Mayne also comes in there and Jaden Stevenson.
Well, actually, in sport, when they were in the Queensland hub, they were beating quite a few games. It got to be said. I think Port beat them there. I can't remember. My memories havoc on me, but they were beating a few games, weren't they? West Coast Eagles in that Queensland hub. I think they won the last one. Was it against Freo? Did they? They played a team. The last game. Maybe it was Adelaide Crows, actually. They played in the Queensland hub before they went back to Perth, and that's when they went on the run. But they had a real shite start to 2020. Would I collab with Pat McAfee? Of course I would collab with Pat McAfee, but he wouldn't collab with me. He's a legitimate sports star. He's not interested in a small person like me or a channel like me. I think when it comes to something like that, it's a case of I can benefit from Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee can't benefit from me. So I think that's a long shot. But yeah, of course, 100%. I think it'd be crazy to say no to that. He's a proper sportsman with a proper channel up and running there, isn't he? Collabs, so just one on that. I think I seen Caden McDonald, KDOS. Of course, if KDOS, they know where I am. All they need to do is ask. I've actually made it quite clear a few times, but never heard nothing back that I would collab with them. So whether or not it's been overlooked or maybe he just doesn't want to, I don't know. But of course, I would. I have done a little bit with Sammy there. Sammy's asked me for next year. Would I be interested? And the answer is 100%. So anybody wanted to do any footy YouTubers out there that are interested in collabs, I'm here. Ask me. And the answer is more than likely going to be yes.
Just quickly on Joel Stewart before we get to Hodgie. If there's any player in the history of the game that's playing next week post-surgery, number 14. 100%, no doubt.
General advice would be don't get wet, no showers for a week. So
He'll play.
The Don don't understand. When you pull the Collingwood jumper on, it does not matter where it's played, where a chance go. Of course, mate. Look, I said it. I don't know when you've been on the live stream. I said it real early on. This is finals footy now. You don't just win just because you're a big club. You have to go out there on the footy field and win it. Nobody's got the right just to win. You have to earn the right. You have to go out and win. And the West Coast Eagles haven't won it. Collingwood will be fired up for that. They'll have something to say about it. And of course, it's knockout footy. It's knockout footy. Whoever wins progresses. That's a huge prize at stake if you win that one. So I'm not writing Collingwood off completely. It's finals footy. I would not be surprised if they went and won it. I don't think they will win it, but I would not be surprised if they did it, because that is the nature of sport. That's why we love it. It's unpredictability. It's particularly in footy. So 100% agree with you. But I actually have to correct you on you saying I don't understand when you pull on the Collingwood jumper. I understand when you pull on any team jumper. If you are a sports star, you give it all for the colours and for the badge and for the fans that support you. You give it all. So it doesn't matter what club you represent. You go out there and you give it your all. I'm quite sure many's a club, West Coast Eagles, in size and stature are up there with Collingwood, if not bigger. Fans wise, like absolutely monster footy club out there in Western Australia. And I'm sure they have the same sort of feelings towards pulling on their Guernsey as well. They'll wear that with pride. They're playing for their state. They're playing for their fans. They're playing for their own personal pride as well as their teammates. So yeah, I do understand, mate.
History-making grand final will be under lights at the Gabba, live for all of Australia, only on 7. Who will earn the toughest and the greatest premiership in our history? Tigers are premiers.
I don't know what's being said here. I have to go back to the comments. Anyway, it won't matter.
Power your advertising. Working with Active International enables you to fund your advertising using your company's own products, assets, or even services. We have over 30 years' experience connecting and bringing value to businesses all over the globe. Helping many.
One day Freo will be premiers in my lifetime. You never know, mate. You never know, of course.
Contact Active International today.
Someone, how has your day been? It's been pretty freaking alright, to be honest with you. Thanks very much. I hope your day's been good too. The weekend has landed though, and I'm off tomorrow. I've been working. I was working last Saturday. I've been working 6 to 8 weeks, but I had a couple of weeks off in between there. But I'm off tomorrow, obviously. St Kilda Bulldogs, cannot miss that. Maybe do a live stream for that, depending on whether or not I've got time. My daughter has got a football game tomorrow as well, so I'll be going to that. So I don't know if hopefully the Bulldogs St Kilda game doesn't clash with the start of that. I'll have to get my times checked, so I could maybe get the wife to drive and I could watch the game as I'm driving out to the place. I don't know about a live stream then. That could be, the times could be clashing there. Have you improved your kicking? I'm still waiting on my Sharon to come in the post, but my Avon representative friend, who's actually the moderator, I don't know. Where are you, Dylan? Dylan! Where are you? Well, Dylan's the best door-to-door salesman for Avon in South Australia, and his hands are so delicately soft and smooth with the use of Avon's #1 moisturising cream, which he always brags about. And he also can supply so many other cosmetic stuff if you're that way inclined. Ask Dylan. But Dylan, mate, don't know if he's there, but Dylan's supposed to be sending me a sharing in the post. Don't know where he is, but I've got a plan for this. Just that Avon thing. I've got a plan. I've got something I'm going to do to this fella. I am going to get this sorted. I am going to fucking get this sorted and get a picture of Dylan and get something sorted here. And he's got himself to blame. You have yourself to blame. For anyone, just want to put this out there, for anyone who's watching this channel, we have the AFL, the Don Fellas AFL group page on Facebook. You have to join it. Just go to find the page, the Don Fellas AFL group on Facebook. Ask to join and you will be accepted as a member. And there's always footy chat going on there. There's always old stuff getting posted. Loads of different stuff gets posted on there. But the more people that join, the better the page will be. So we're still quite small numbers, but it's actually quite a good group because you get to know everyone. And I think people get to know each other through it as well. So there's people that talk back and forward, become friends through that page as well. So it's actually pretty good. And I don't always post YouTube videos and I'm not always just chatting on YouTube. So it's a good way for me to talk to people footy-related stuff on a regular basis. There we go. I'll get it sorted. Do you know what? I might even do it now. Somebody's asked to join straight away. The Don Fellas AFL group asked to join it now, and I will approve. I've approved Yalan Chan. There you go. You are approved. Welcome to the page. All footy chat there. Bit of banter, slagging each other off, but all light-hearted fun. Nobody takes it personally. If you do, then it's silly because you shouldn't. Jack Barron, I'm so stressed I might throw up the Tigers. It's not been. They're not out of it. Look, that second quarter, I would argue they were actually the better team in that second quarter, but never took their chances. They had more inside 50s, I'd imagine, than the Lions, but they did not capitalise. It was quite desperate defending from the Lions in that second quarter, but I thought the Tigers actually played better stuff. So you're still in it. It's not over. I think the Lions will win, but you're not out of it. Definitely not. Love your videos, Jack. Thanks very much, mate. Really appreciated. You want to see the Don doing an Eddie Betts from the pocket? Do you know what? I'm quite confident I could do that. Or do you want it on the run or from a standing set shot type angle? Standing set shot or on the run. Eddie Betts curling one in, outside of the boot, banana kick. Wow, yes. That's what you want to see. On the run. There we go. On the run. Eddie Betts on the run. I'll get up there and I'll bend it like Betts. Fucking never mind Beckham. Bend it like Betts. Outside of the boot. Right peg. Right hand side, swerve it on the run like a steam train. Well, the slowest moving steam train you ever seen, like, you know, because I've got a few extra pound on. Try and get it on video. You know, a really sick steam train that's all rusted and the wheels are all, they're not on the track properly. The track's rusty, everything's rusty. Moving along, that'd be me running. And just swerving that in. But we need to get Dylan to send me that bloody Sharon, the good one. And the bounce. Diane, who the hell do you think you're talking to? And bouncing. And bouncing. Love it. It's going to get done.
Here we go, Bruce. A big second half coming from the gather.
Ethan Hogland, join the group. It's the Don Fellas AFL group. If I don't accept you straight away because we're watching this, Dylan might be available. It goes through to him and Dylan can accept it as well. So, as I said, he's got that Sharon and it's sitting there gathering dust in his room. But I guarantee his Avon products aren't getting dusty because he's using them all the time. He's always using his Avon products, but he's never cracking out the Sharon. That is not the sort of man I thought I was going to be friends with. I thought he was a footy, rough, tough footy fella. No, somebody that moisturises his hands and beautifies himself, steeping in the bath, and then comes out and ties a towel around his head. No, I didn't think Dylan was that sort of fella, but he obviously bloody well is. How dare he? How bloody dare he? Here we go. Come on. Sets you up from 50. Lucky nail territory. Tell you what, he's bent it to the Elias from behind. Do the dribble kick from the pocket. I like that idea. And I'll tell you why, because when I tried to bend them before, when I was just practicing with that, I tried to go for height. And I think that's what was my problem, because you're trying to go for power, and it is precision at the end of the day, because you're using the outside of your boot. So it's got to be quite an accurate slice of the footy. And I'm going for height, and the power's putting the angle all off. It's just sending it more straight than it is bending it. So I actually... so a dribble kick might actually be better, because I'm putting less power in. He's your custard tarts. Aye, taking the clothes off. You got any custard creams? That video is so Scottish, it's unbelievable, though. Let me tell you, Dan. I'm getting sidetracked here. We've got a qualifying final going on. Oh! Lucky I thought it was a high tackle there. It killed me. So for a very funny video, there's loads of that stuff. See that Scottish comedy page? Loads of stupid stuff. No, it's not got the distance. Good explosive start to the third quarter. Both teams end to end in the first minute or so. Couple of minutes. Lovely spoil there. He's got back on it though. Oh, he's hit that bloody post, and the post was just like, he put some power in that, let me tell you. Who was it that broke the post again? Plugger. Was it Plugger that Tony Plugger Lockett that broke the post? Who was it? Lee Matthews. Dan, help me out here. Who snapped the post again? Lee Matthews. I'm going to go with Lee Matthews. I can't bloody remember. Lee Matthews, thank you. I knew it. My head went blank. I said Plugger Lockett. Plugger could have bloody snapped the post as well, in fairness. He was one hard mofo. That post just shook there. He put some fucking welly into that there. There's Tom Lynch, another tall forward. Obviously, he's out. He's missing. That's not... I like what I've seen from Chell so far, but I would say Tom Lynch is probably a little bit more clinical when it comes to it. Who was your favourite mark? Good question. Good question. I'm really going to have to watch them back from 2020. Hopefully somebody will do a compilation video of this year's mark and I could actually judge that one. You know what time it is. Charlie Chopper. Cameron time. 3 to the good. Well done, Charlie. Love him, by the way. What a player. Queensland crap. Love him. Plugger could eat the goalpost. He could. The wee pig running around as he's eating it. The Plugger on the side. I love the way he just strides with the foot. He just finds space so quickly. And he's not missing. Attacks the Sharon. Yes, everybody's banging out the chopper. The Harley. That's a Harley Davidson. I keep saying Kawasaki. The Kawasaki have one as well. Did they have a chopper type bike? Big boy A. I actually only seen the last quarter because I was working yesterday, so I got home and the intensity in that last quarter. Port looked very, very good. The crowd was amazing at the Adelaide Oval yesterday. The noise was fantastic. So I only saw the last quarter, but I'll check the highlights out. Great game as well. You're not going to get a bad game now, I don't think. It's really, really good to see. Somebody's put goal Lions. Ethan, I wonder if you scored another goal here because nobody mentioned Charlie. You're all doing me a favour. Current score is 51-32 to the Lions. 11 minutes to just over 11 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Are there any Scottish AFL players? I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. I'm not saying there's not been players that have young lads from Scotland that's maybe emigrated to Australia and grew up there, then maybe went on and played the AFL, maybe. But nobody, I would have imagined, has came from Scotland as such. Mostly Ireland because of, obviously, GAA. Here we go. The Lions are through again, my belly. Oh, lovely hit there. Hipwood's missed it. I thought he was going to get it there. He got a bit of space. He's just panicked. He's not got good connection. But he's hit it with his toes rather than the top of the foot. I don't play it, mate. I think I checked out No, I didn't check out Gavin Wanganeen. Langer. Does he work in the Port Bar and at the club? One of the old players, maybe it's not him. Somebody works, an ex-player. Or he's an ambassador at the club now. I better keep my eyes on this because I'm seeing the messages and trying to respond, but gotta keep my eyes on it. It's a poor kick, isn't it? Do you know something? A few weeks ago, I ordered the Bulldogs Guernsey and the Footscray hat. Still not here, and I was hoping it would be here if the Bulldogs made the finals, because at that point they hadn't made finals footy yet when I ordered it, and I thought if they get through these the results go the right way and they win and they get into the finals, I'll have it for the finals footy. It's not here, so I'll keep looking for the postman to come. See, is he coming? I have no update where the tracking kicked a point. I thought McCarthy had got it from the right-hand pocket, swerving it in with the left-hand boot, but he hasn't. He put it through from behind. So it's not here. Disappointed. I wanted to put that on for the Saints game. And if it doesn't come today, the post would be later on a Saturday. So it would still be early, but it would be too late for the game. Devastation. Devastation.
Robinson and Bolton. And he confronts the veteran, Birchall.
I think this is where Brisbane's come out. They've definitely had their first crack at Brisbane, but Richmond have been pretty composed. Yes,
Don't speak to me about McDonald's, because if I fall off that McDonald's wagon again, I absolutely love McDonald's. My monopoly is back at Macca's. Don't talk to me about Macca's. I need to shed a few pounds.
Wonderfully well to Berry. Berry got the left foot ball forward. Great pick up Boston. Now they can launch from half back here, the Tigers. Pickett. Dragged as he kicked it, but it'll work.
It's a great observation.
Scottish Australian football player Martin Cayley Boyle. Who did he play for? What club? Did he play VFL or obviously that sounds like he played a long time ago. So he's not played in the AFL. Rioli has scored 52-38 now. Back within 14. My new name is ISO Fatso. I think actually that is everyone in 2020, Dejan.
Further to Hodges' point, I mean, look at this from Boston. Just a sign under immense pressure. Dirty ball on the ground coming in your back line, and you just have the confidence and poise to come off his opponent and attack that ball. That creates the turnover. Straight away, they're heading to the other end.
It was a well-worked goal, actually, that Rioli goal from the side. Great team play. Lions were frantically trying to close down the space, but Richmond were moving the ball so quickly across the footy field. And Rioli's just needed a little bit of space. He's had to kind of retrieve the ball from nearly the ground and then bang. Pretty standard shot for him. Pretty easy shot, but well-worked goal. And they're on the attack straight away again. It's about making it count, though. Rich cleans up. Lovely tackle. He's going straight fucking through him, man. Benjamin Fisher, I live in Northern Ireland now. In Bronx, they won't strike you if they show the game. Unfortunately, they would. They spend that much money on televising them, they would fucking strike me within 30 seconds of showing it.
This storied Richmond defence standing up well. High ball forward.
Ooh.
Mark taken by man Curtis. So repeat entries now for the Tigers. This is where they've been good.
Robinson up there. I thought Chill was big fellas, really not battled well there. Robinson got really well defending that. Well worked by Richmond getting themselves into the 50 there.
They've worked their way beautifully to half forward here. Archie. So some ball control here for the Lions. Martin hands to it, couldn't hang on. Bailey.
It's true. What a goal, by the way. Brilliant bit of individual magic. He's ran straight through a couple of bodies. Cut inside. Bang. No mistake. Great goal. 20-point margin again now.
Concern written all over his face.
Daisy's smiling over it right now. JB, I'm going to get to the mark, the best bits of the morning. The build-up from half-back.
I think from what we've seen there, if you can remember back a minute or so before that, Mitch Robinson getting up and taking that mark in his own defensive 50. And they've just worked their way up the footy field. But great bit of play there. He's just burst through. I think past a couple of players, caught inside. And it's an easy finish in the end, but a great goal. So quick over that 5 metres or so. And it is quite slippy as well. It is wet conditions, and I know that you'll get a little bit more mist and wetness up around Queensland as you would in other states. So that probably doesn't help the handballing game of Richmond, to be fair.
For Richmond. Yeah. It's downfield. Yes. Shane. Take it.
So I think it's Martin's ball.
Clear it out. Bam.
Okay.
Richmond launching one forward.
Gets it right there. Andrews again gets a fist.
Not impressed. I want to be positive for Shaw, whatever way you pronounce him. But he really hasn't had a great game today, has he? He is a big target man. I did say he'll give you that height advantage, but really lacks that sort of battle that you would think he'd have tonight. He's just lacking that battle.
Five of the last 6 goals of this game have been kicked by Brisbane. One way back, Oscar Mario. These margins with the shortened quarters have been hard to run down.
I think it definitely is a game for kicking, Dan, because of the conditions. Maybe that adds to the franticness of it at times. That hot potato, that white hot footy, as you mentioned, because of the mist, the moisture that's they're playing under right now. I wonder what Neil's stats are now. I haven't actually looked. I never looked at half time. But he's certainly stepped it up. And Dusty's been quieter and Neil's been busier. It's funny how footy works, isn't it? Robinson's just shanked that one forward from the deck. And he's through. Rayner, come on. He's been tackled. Great defending at the end, but desperate defending. I thought he was through. Canada, Mod, thanks very much for your comment, mate. I'm doing all right. I'm feeling good. I hope you're well too. I actually don't follow any of these two teams. What I'm doing is I'm just doing a live stream talking about it. I did predict the Lions when they are leading. They're leading by 19 just now, 19 points. So just over 3 goals behind Richmond are at this point. They're definitely not out of it. There's no doubt about that. A game can change so quickly in the matter of a couple of minutes. So it's about trying to be professional, not lose your cool, not lose your concentration, but keep the intensity going as well. He's done well there, Charles, after me talking. Fair play to him. Happy to see that. Tell you what, it was a bit of a dangerous kick. Archie from his own. He made it though. It was just floated. It was just asked to be taken off him there. Pickett, can he pick someone out? I actually have to agree with you. The next goal is massive. You would think with another goal, you're 5 goals behind then if the Lions score the next one. But for Richmond, just before 3/4 time, it would be perfect time to get a goal back. With still the last quarter to play. So, definitely the next goal is important. Steph Martin's a bit of a poor kick there. Straight back to Richmond. Driving forward, nice handball forward there. Rioli. Oh, that is poor. Well, bad kick from Rioli. He's given it straight back to the Lions. Mental, frantic footy here. Brilliant tackle from Pickett. He just kept smashing in. Brilliant stuff. He took down Charlie Cameron. The Lions are on the attack again. Lovely picked out pass. He's got to score now, hasn't he? About 25, 30 metres out for the kick. Quite straight. And as we were saying, next goal. Oh, Yellen Chansey, shocking kick. As I said, he's got to score from here. Oh, that was a bad... That is a really poor kick again. A series of bad kicks in the last couple of minutes, let me tell you. From the Rioli one and about the centre field there. Very poor kick. And then that one was an absolute howler. After this quarter, I'm going to have to go, and I know that sounds crazy, but I have to pick up my daughter. So I will be collecting her, but I won't be live streaming it. I'll just be watching the last quarter. So I'll let this one finish, and then I'll have to go. But it's been great. I've been really enjoying this live stream. I wish I could stay for the full thing. I actually wasn't planning on doing a live stream at all, so it's better than nothing. Lovely spoil there. Neil's got himself in. And a tackle on Dusty to follow it up. Brilliant stuff. How did he miss that? That is actually worse than the set shot. McCluggage at the square has fucking hell. That was no way. It was easier. It was fucking easier to score. That could cost them, by the way. Don't think it will, but it could. That's two goals. Two goals there they should have had. But Lachie Neale has been absolutely tremendous in this last quarter. Just showing him there, putting it on him, and rightly so. Thanks very much, everybody that's watched, by the way. I know you are probably over there. I'm still watching. There's 14 seconds to go. So I will be going here. As I said, here's Neil with the ball again. Lovely handball. Hipwood, can he get some space to shoot? Oh, show some candy. Brilliant tackle in the end. Whoa. That was brilliant stuff there from both teams. 3/4 time, 60-39, 21-point margin now for the Lions. Surely they can see this one out. You would think they will. I have to go now to go and get my daughter. So, as I said, I will be leaving the live stream, but I will watch the last quarter. I'll get down in time to get her and watch the last quarter, but I won't. I'll have to leave the live stream to do it. So thanks very much to everybody tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I hope you've enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed the last quarter as well. If you're a Tigers fan, good luck. If you're a Lions fan, good luck. I'm enjoying it. I think the neutrals are enjoying this one. Both teams fully committed, playing lovely stuff. And that's what it's all about. Finals footy, competitive, and both teams competing like mad. That's what we've had here. Brilliant stuff. Thanks very much, everyone. As I said, the Donfathers AFL group, if you want to have constant footy chat outside of YouTube videos, join that. You will be accepted. And that's it. Possibly see you tomorrow for the doggies live stream. Don't know. I have to check what how it fits. Sorry, for my daughter's got a football game tomorrow here, so I'll obviously be going to that. Have to see how I'm fixed for that, and I'll let you know either on the channel or on the footy page if I'm going live for Saints Bulldogs. Thanks again, everyone. I'll see you all soon. Good luck. Stay safe. Good luck. Bye bye.